Well, hello, this is Rochelle and welcome to my channel. For today, I'm working on the Bless the Lord journal cards by Ella Roetz, and they're part of her 15 November release. And I'm going to be using a few different products, doing a bit of mixed media. This is a stamp by Studio Light. It's part of their grunge range. I really, really love this stamp. But I don't necessarily want the wording at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to realize that I don't want that on the page and then grab some washi tape and mask it off. After I just wipe it off, grab some washi tape, mask it off. And you can do this with your stamps if you don't want to necessarily cut them, which they do just fine if you cut them. But if you don't want to, you can always just mask it off. So I'll put some washi tape on. I'll ink it up with my Creative Retreat Mink pigment ink, and then I'll take the washi tape off, which means that there is no ink on that piece of script that's at the bottom. And then just kind of sticking it down. I need a larger acrylic block to house this big stamp. And then I'm going to do just some partial stamping to pick up some of the elements that I want on the page as well. You saw me stamp this off onto a white piece of cardstock. It is the first time that I'm using this stamp, so I did want to just test it and make sure that everything's good. And I'm going to actually use that offcut, the test stamp, for some extra added elements. Taking a Room 5 Graphics texture stencil or a background stencil, and I'm using this paste. They call it Glamour Paste by Stamperia, and it's got the most stunning shimmer and it dries pretty quickly. I'm actually quite impressed with this specific paste. It doesn't add too much bulk to your page, but it does have texture, which I really love. And I'm applying it with a silicone brush. This is one by Prime Art. You can get a whole bunch of different ones from 13 Arts and Prima and all of those places, which is great. I'm loving this specific one, and it's easy to clean and apply quick and easy texture through a stencil. So that being done and it really being almost dry, I just quickly went to go clean my stencil. And then I've cut out that little test stamp, the kind of main flower. And I've cut out my journal card, but I want to put my journal card a bit more into the same kind of background. So I'm edging the sides with what's left over on my brown little brush. And then I stamped just a texture stamp over top of this card. So it looks a bit more grungier, a bit more vintage, kind of used, and not this crisp white card like it was on the printable. Grabbing my Fine Tech metallic watercolors or pearlescent watercolors. These, I think they just shimmer in like hard form. It's just stunning and I really, really, really love it. And I'm using this kind of champagne color to color in this offcut flower. The reason why I'm using pigment ink is so that it doesn't move when I add water to it, which is great. And there you'll see that. And then I'm using this rose gold just to add the little, I can never remember that word, the inside little thingies of a flower. I'm adding that, and if you do it in the direction of the flower, it actually makes the little teardrop shape look from the right side out. Okay, anyways, that's a lot of words. Back to the psalm, and this is such a beautiful psalm. It's Psalm 103, and it speaks of blessing the Lord, and it starts off with saying, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless the Lord and forget not his many benefits." And then it kind of reminds you, it gives you a list of some of the benefits that we have for serving the Lord. I stuck down that journal card. I only stuck down the flower kind of in the center because the watercolor kind of gave some curl to the flower. So I just love how that looked in the end. And then stamping out my date. with that Creative Retreat Mink pigment ink and calling it a day. I did underline my verse with a gold gel pen, and that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. See you again soon. Bye-bye.